Today is a bit of a milestone in this project because this thing is coming out. Car's still on the road and drivable. I have started the conversion in the car. I mean, the battery's in, all the high voltage is done. To do anything more, I've got to start taking some bits out. So what am I getting rid of here? So obviously diesel engine, radiator's coming out, we'll be using the Tesla system for that. Brake booster is being replaced with the Tesla i-booster. Heater's coming out, it's going to be replaced with the Tesla system. Fuel tank, no more diesel fuel for you, my friend. Gearbox is coming out, handbrake system's coming out. All the wiring harness is being removed. Probably a lot of the electronic things here will be coming out. I don't know exactly what I'm going to keep or how I'm going to do this yet, because the Tesla HVAC system is going to go here. Obviously the Tesla screen is going to go here. I'll probably keep something like this here for extra nerd data. I've got my Tesla sun visors and speakers and turny on and off switches up here. Taillights being changed, exhausts coming off. These will be changed to the Tesla side indicators. These will be changed to the higher voltage system to work with the Tesla. The winch, that's a interesting video for a further day because it's a PTO winch that runs off the gearbox. But I'm thinking of keeping it. That's a topic for another video though. I sort of feel like I've been procrastinating a bit because, I don't know, there's probably other people that feel the same way that can understand this. Having a Land Rover, like this is sort of my freedom machine. And it's sort of hard to know that I'm not going to have it, or I'm not going to be able to use it for a little while. So that's why I've been doing all the things outside the car so I can still use it, get down to our property down near Cathcart. But yeah, I'm really keen to get this electrified because also too, it'll extend my freedom. I'll be able to do long trips again, which will be awesome. So yeah, it's time to chuck it up on the hoist and start tearing all the bits out. It's actually quite exciting. Right, you just heard the last that this diesel's ever going to run. This is the last time I'm going to have to deal with horrible diesel oil. Diesel oil is gross. No more oil changes, no more oil filter changes. Awesome. No more gearbox oil changes, no more transfer case oil changes. Just weighing the engine as I pulled it. Geez, it's a chunky monster. So I've had to use two scales because they only go up to 300 kilos. 51.9 on that one. Almost 300 on that. 345 kilos. That's 50 kilos short of the weight of the battery. And I still haven't pulled out the big chunk of transmission yet. So I've got the big heifer 4-cylinder diesel out, but the battery's in the back. So I've taken 345 kilos out the front and put 400 kilos in the back. Whee! You can see here the centre of gravity for the net mass, not the gross mass. It's a bit further forward. Is that a foot? Obviously, I'm going to have to put some more mass back in the front. But look at the size of the front I've got. Holy guacamole, it's huge. Basically the only thing I've got to go in here is this thing here that holds the coolant bottle and the air conditioner, VC front and the battery, and then the radiator I'll try and tuck that down underneath. So there is other stuff to go in the front, but it'll go right back here. Also thinking too, you start thinking of these things. Be sort of cool. Wouldn't it be cool to have like a big drawer that pulls out the front of the car here? Pull out and get all your stuff. How cool would that look camping? And you pull out the drawer out the front. People would be mind blown. Anyway, got more important things to do. Stay on target. Don't lose focus. I think the transmission is ready to come down. Oh, this is a heavy thing. Ow. Nope. The old LT95 transmission is not a lightweight thing either. All the noisy Land Rover bits have been removed. Here's the engine, obviously. It's a 4-cylinder, 4-litre Isuzu diesel, turbocharged. So this complicated monstrosity weighs just under 400 kilos. That is a one heavy old sucker there. And then add on to that the gearbox, transfer case, centre diff, handbrake, which weigh almost 150 kilos. Both of those combined, 545 kilos. That is a lot of weight. Replacing these is this little thing. I mean, compare them. This tiny thing, this weighs 100 kilos. This is over half a tonne. This is 4 times the power of this and does the exact same thing. That bit there's the motor, equivalent of that. And to control the motor, the inverter is at this end. Just a little PCB board. In the middle here is the reduction gear, which is all that stuff, and the centre diff, which is in here. This doesn't have the handbrake built in, but that's incorporated into the calipers anyway. That's pretty mind-blowing, isn't it? Almost 550 kilos of stuff, 100 kilos, 4 times the power. Zero maintenance, lots of maintenance. So obviously, yeah, massive benefit in going to an electric drivetrain. The weight saving in replacing that with that is about 425 kilos. Obviously, yeah, I mean, that's awesome. Obviously, that's loads better. You have to take it back a bit though when you go to the fuel system. Energy density of fuel is much greater than energy density of a lithium-ion battery, which it has to be, because, you know, 80% of the power this puts out is put into heat. Only 20% is made into power, whereas this is 90% is produced to power and only about 10% heat, give or take. So it actually needs a lot more fuel. In saying that though, the size of the battery and weight of the battery is obviously bigger. I've got the bigger long-range Tesla Model 3 battery in the Land Rover, 75 kilowatt hours. The fuel tank and hoses and stuff weigh, 23 kilos? I think it's about 65 litres capacity, but diesel doesn't weigh as much as water. It's, 0.83 kilos per litre. So all up, when this is full, 76 kilos, give or take. Whereas the battery is almost 400 kilos. So we've lost a bit of weight saving there. So yeah, the battery is much heavier compared to the fuel tank, but we've only added 340 odd kilos, but we've saved 420 odd kilos. Like, we're 100 kilos lighter and we have 4 times the power. The main problem I'm going to have is there's now 420 kilos of battery that goes from there to there, and only 100 kilos of drive unit, which goes here in the middle of the car. The weight distribution will go from the traditional Land Rover, about 60-40, to, well, at the moment it's going to be, actually I'll have to corner weight it. It's obviously going to be more rear biased. So I'm going to have to add weight to the front. Good news is I've got a whole engine bay to add weight. So we've ripped out all the things of the Land Rover. Next step is starting to put things back in. Probably the motor is the next obvious choice.